This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for July 16, 2023. And in the news this evening, residents protest the police killing of 2 men in Spanish Town, call for Indicom probe. Residents of Gordon's Pen in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, took to the streets Sunday to protest the killing of 2 men in their community by the police. The 2 men were reportedly shot and killed while at their home on Kennedy Lane around 8:30 a.m. Sunday. It is understood that the police were said to be conducting a special operation in the community at the time of the incident. Approximately 30 residents could be heard wailing and yelling outside of the residence shortly after the incident, as they accused the police of murder. According to the residents, who identified the deceased only by their street names, Color and Theo, the men were in their bed sleeping when they were fatally shot. They were not outside. The men were inside asleep. Through them window, them shoot them. Mercy, mercy, cried a community resident. Gunman don't sleep till sun hot. Father God, away you day, added another. The residents called for the intervention of the Independent Commission of Investigations into the matter as they swarmed the cops, chanting and wailing for justice. Indicom recently reported a significant decrease in the number of people killed in confrontation with members of the security forces over the last decade. 3 arrested following firearm seizure in Lakes Pen. 3 men have been arrested in connection with the seizure of a firearm and ammunition during a snap raid by the police in Lakes Pen, Spanish Town, St. Catherine on Saturday. The Spanish Town police say they carried out the raid about 1:30 p.m. based on intelligence received. They say a property was searched and 1 tank Folio 9mm pistol with several assorted rounds of ammunition was found at the back of the premises. 3 men are held, however, the police are withholding their identities pending further investigation. St. Catherine man on gun charge following M16 rifle seizure. An auto body repair man is to appear before the St. Catherine Parish Court on July 21 in connection with the alleged seizure of an M16 rifle at his home. He is 32-year-old Ravian Howell of Johnson Pen, Spanish Town in St. Catherine. He is charged with possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition following an operation at his home on July 9. The police say about 5:15 a.m. they were conducting a joint police-military operation in the area when they searched the premises occupied by Howell. They say during the search, an M16 rifle with 1 magazine containing 5 cartridges was found inside the premises. Howell was arrested and subsequently charged. Public passenger transport operators form steering committee. A steering committee has been established by public passenger transport operators to represent the operators' interest and aid in tackling issues affecting the sector. The committee includes Minister of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport Darrell Vaz. The membership will also include other representatives from the ministry as well as the Transport Authority and the Island Traffic Authority. Opposition spokesman on transportation, Michael Phillips, is also expected to be invited to be part of the group. Vaz indicated that the committee's establishment will facilitate the transport operators' inclusion in discussions pertaining to the sector. The bottom line is that all of the issues, some of them long-standing, some of them very contentious, must be addressed, and the only way to do that is obviously with collaboration and a consensus. We may not agree on everything, but giving them an opportunity to be part of it is very important, and that includes fare increases, Vaz pointed out. He was speaking with the news following a retreat hosted by the TA for transport operators at the Moon Palace Hotel in Utrera, St. Anne on Thursday. Vaz said the retreat facilitated an interaction between myself and my new transport family and to put some order in relation to how we communicate. During the meeting, Vaz, who was recently assigned the transport portfolio, said the ministry will be collaborating heavily with operators to ensure that there is complete transparency. The minister and this ministry are not going to hand down dictates to you. The ministry is not going to make policy and hand it down to you. It is not going to decide on bus fares in the ministry and in the Transport Authority and announce it and tell you, he assured. Vaz maintained that you are going to be part of all that happens because without your buy-in, we're not going to get the results. You are the stakeholders, you are the investors, you are the ones that employ the drivers. I can't tell the driver what to do. You employ him and you pay him, so only you can instruct him and get the results, the minister emphasized. Several transport operators and other stakeholders from across the island attended the retreat to meet with the minister and the management of the Transport Authority. As part of the day's activities, Vaz also visited the Ocheria's Transportation Center, where he spoke with vendors, taxi operators, and other stakeholders. 16-year-old dead, another injured after Westmoreland motorcycle accident. A 16-year-old boy is dead and another is nursing injuries following a motorcycle accident in Belmont, Westmoreland on Sunday afternoon. The deceased has been identified as Carlos Getters of Rowtown White House in the parish. It is reported that Getters, along with the pillion, were heading in the direction of Savannah Lamar when, upon reaching a section of the roadway, Getters lost the control of the motorcycle, veered right, and collided with a Mitsubishi Prado that was heading in the direction of White House. Both the Getters and the pillion fell from the motorcycle. Getters died on the spot while the pillion was rushed to the Savannah Lamar Public General Hospital. Getters' grandmother, Sylvia Getters, told the news that her grandson was due to celebrate his birthday in a week. July 24 coming in birthday, him fi turn 17, a distressed Sylvia said. Me have him from him a baby. Him not really give me any trouble. Me hear say a river dem a go when the accident happened. The distraught grandmother added. Sylvia told the news that her daughter recently told her to book a ticket for him to spend the holidays in the United States. Yes, me did a go book him ticket. His mother called me and tell me to book him ticket for him to go to America with his auntie, his grandmother recalled. Bunting calls for honoring court's orders to pay overtime to police officers. In light of the recent surge in violent crimes, including the tragic occurrence of 70 murders in the past 2 weeks, the opposition is calling for the government and the Jamaica Constabulary Force to honor the court's order to pay overtime for April through June to police officers in this month's salary. The position of the opposition was made known in a statement on Sunday. The opposition further warned that the failure to do so risks demoralizing the police force, which is essential to ensuring the safety and the security of the nation. In a recent statement, the chairman of the Jamaica Police Federation, Corporal Rohan James, expressed the disappointment in the police high command's failure to facilitate overtime payments for rank-and-file police personnel, despite the government's approval of a system to calculate and disburse these payments. Such actions undermine the morale and motivation of our hardworking officers who tirelessly serve to protect our communities, he said. I sympathize with Corporal James's concerns and fully support the Jamaica Police Federation in their demand for the implementation of the court-ordered mechanism to capture and compensate for overtime hours for GCF members. The court ruling in June last year clearly stated that the government should establish such a system by March 31, 2023. It is disheartening that the rank-and-file police personnel still await their rightful compensation, said Bunting, Shadow Minister of National Security. A demoralized police force cannot effectively combat the rising crime rate we currently face. Our officers deserve fair remuneration for their dedication and sacrifices in safeguarding our communities. The court's decision must be respected and promptly executed to prevent further discontent and preserve the morale of our police force, the statement said. I urgently call upon the government and the GCF to prioritize this matter. It is essential that the Ministry of National Security takes immediate action to ensure the installation and completion of the Workforce Management Solution System, which will accurately calculate overtime payments for our hardworking police officers. This is not only a matter of fulfilling a legal obligation, but also a crucial step in maintaining an efficient and motivated police force, Bunting added. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.